LoreWarrior Online, HMR-3M Hammer. Overview. The leaders and high military commanders of the Free Worlds League have eagerly awaited the day when the Inner Sphere powers shift their focus from their mutual clan enemy to fighting among themselves once more. In preparation, the FWL military commissioned Free Worlds Defense Industries to design and produce a battle mech that could effectively counter the Federated Commonwealth's Valkyrie. Capabilities. The Hammer boasts twin LRM-5s, each with Artemis fire control systems for greater accuracy. Each LRM launcher is equipped with enough ammunition to launch 24 salvos in combat. 3 medium lasers, the tried and true Martel design known throughout the Inner Sphere, complement the long-range missiles. The Hammer's top speed of 86 kph matches the top running speed of the Valkyrie. Engineers swiftly eliminated the only argument for lower speed when the jump jets they tested put too much stress on the battle mech's frame. That testing also prompted the engineers to use endosteel. The weight savings on the internal structure from this choice allowed the placement of more armour over the volatile missile surfaces on the mech's torso. The communication system is likewise combat tested, the Datacom 50 in use throughout the Inner Sphere, but especially in the Free Worlds League. The Hammer has been paired with another new design, appropriately known as the Anvil. Combat simulations and operations, the latter during the insurrection on Gibson, Operation Guerrero, and Operation Bulldog, have demonstrated this combination's worth. Deployment. The Duchy of Andurian has suffered in recent history from rebellious officials, pirate raiders, and invasions by neighbouring forces. Once the Free Worlds government began to more effectively assert its control over the Duchy, the Free Worlds League Militia High Command chose to field test new design mechs in this arena. All units at the edge of the Free World space have been assigned some of the new designs. Despite considerable push, however, the rest of the Free Worlds League's military have been slow to take up the Hammer, and the mech likewise faces lackluster export sales. The word of Blake is so far the largest single client for the new design. The Hammer excels at providing long-range covering fire to companies of lighter mechs that routinely lack substantial missile cover in combat. Though it has nowhere near the firepower of, say, the Archer, which similarly serves as fire support, the Hammer can still force an opponent into a disadvantageous position. Variants. One variant, nicknamed the Slammer, handles extended operations behind enemy lines. This version doubles its missile ammo at the expense of 2 of the 3 medium lasers. Slammer conversion requires prohibitive amounts of time and manpower, and so remains relatively rare. A second variant, the Claw Hammer, sacrifices 1 LRM launcher and its ancillary systems for 4 additional medium lasers. To cope with the excess heat generation, the variant's heat sinks are the advanced double heatsink variety. The final variant, the Peen Hammer, is the most radical variant. Upgrading its lasers to 2 extended range mediums and 2 small pulse lasers, it trades out the LRMs for 2 Streak 4 SRM launchers. A tag and 10 double heatsinks round it out. The amount of work required for such retrofitting makes both, or all 3, only as factory-built custom orders. Notable mech warriors. Lieutenant Nicholas Paget. The short-lived but brutal insurrection on Gibson gave the Hammer a baptism by fire, and Nicholas Paget, a Free Worlds League militia pilot seconded to Free Worlds Defense Industries, found himself in the thick of the action. When rebels attacked the FWDI compound shortly before the dramatic intervention of Thomas Marek, Paget was the sole combat-experienced defender. Despite being the 3rd-ranked officer, he took operational charge of the troops defending the factory. His Hammer was ill-suited to such police actions, but the finesse with which he piloted the machine, limiting damage to the complex and the nearby civilian districts, earned him a posthumous recommendation after the end of hostilities. Paget was among those slain in the final confrontation, when the rebels employed a nuclear weapon on the battlefield. Trooper Gemma Jackson. A veteran of the intervention on Arcadia during the Fedcom Civil War, Gemma Jackson's become a celebrity on her homeworld of Tamarand. Together with her Slammer, she's played a key role in the media blitz supporting Marshal Brett, putting a human face on his unauthorized military adventure. One of the first troopers on the ground, and injured in operations to save the mercenary Crushers, Jackson's become the poster child for those opposed to Captain General Thomas Marek. She does favour a more interventionist policy, but finds the attention unsettling. Ah, the Hammer, another 30-tonner. As it says, 2 LRM-5s with a couple of medium pulsers, well, medium lasers, sorry, and a head-mounted medium, which means you're never going to run out of a weapon, even when your arms or torsos get blown off. Basically, it's a chunky boy. It's not a mech I would actually pick to play, but it's certainly a mech I would use as an opponent, definitely. There's definitely nothing more annoying for the players to just kind of pepper them, a little light peppering of LRM-5s with that nice little bonus from the Artemis fire control on there to make it just a little bit easier for them to hit. So, yeah, it's I think it's one of those designs that would be more fun as you buy if you have a couple of the miniatures, you put them down as part of an enemy lance, or they're like a supporting friendly that survived the conflict that the players are wandering into. So there's a light mech that's running around that can do a little bit of damage. It's not going to run very far. 8 hexes is pretty decent for most, but there are light mechs at 30 ton that still run further than that. The only upside that this thing has got is the fact that it doesn't need to run particularly fast. It just needs to stay at a distance and keep firing its 2 LRM-5s, really. But I like, again, the art for it is a big improvement over the original. Also, how can you not like the fact that it's got Hammer Time written on the side of it? I mean, that instantly awards it points, surely. Ah, tasty, tasty water. And by that I mean it stops my throat from dying while I record these, because I'm batch recording them. So yeah, I quite like it. The hammer, it's not a design that I would be calling for to be added to MWO or LoreWarrior 5 anytime soon, but it's one of those mechs. I mean, every mech deserves its day in the digital sun at some point, I think, and maybe we're due some of these designs to appear in a BattleTech related game at some point. Just because, like, people haven't seen it before. Who knows, maybe it will. It probably won't, though. But thanks, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.